today's video is really exciting because A, you guys chose what it's going to be. I asked you guys on Snapchat to vote between two videos and this is the one that got screenshotted the most. And two, because I'm going to save you some of your coins, your hard-earned coins, to tell you guys what is not worth the hype on beauty products that I personally have been disappointed in, that I just like, that is just not very good and you shouldn't spend your money on it. Now before we get started, because there is always one or two people who like to spoil the fun for everyone, these are just my opinions. I might be bashing on your favorite product. It doesn't mean I don't like the brand. So let's not go getting offended like I just stole your firstborn child and ran off with it. I actually have quite a few products, go figure, so I am not meant to sound like a bitch. Let's just jump into this with a foundation that everyone seems to love. It is the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Do you guys really want to look like you're wearing a greasy mask? Because that's what this kind of does for me, and I have dry skin. And I also hate that it super breaks up like in my small lines throughout the day. If I wear this, child, forget about it. These small lines are large and in charge. And believe me, I have tried to freaking love this because every time someone pulls this out in a tutorial and is like slapping this on their face, I'm like, mama wants to try it, mama wants to like it. So I put it on again. And every time I come to the same conclusion that it's good, but it's not like, it's but it's not like, woo, $70. Product number 2 is NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. OMG, do we wear concealer under our eyes to look crepey, dry, patchy, and thick? Or do we like to look hydrated and dewy? Because if your answer is B, this is not the one for you. Honestly, when I was a fetus doing makeup, I wore this because everyone else was wearing it. And so I thought I liked it because I didn't know any better. But honestly, this is just kind of thick. It's very drying. It cakes up on my under eyes. It creases. Maybe if you have oily skin, you might enjoy this texture more, but I have dry skin and every time I use this, I'm just like, oh, that's not cute, Bose. I really prefer the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Honestly, I only keep this around to carve out my brows now because bitch, this was $30. I gotta get some use out of it. Oh, while we're talking about concealer, another one that I used to think when I was a fetus that was great was the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Same deal as this. The pigmentation's there, but I find it just looks a little overdone and a little cakey under the eyes. It just is too much. It's too much. Way too much. This next product I wanted to love because everyone was raving about it. It is the year of like setting sprays and dewiness, and so I jumped on the bandwagon and picked up the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I feel like this might as well just be some Dasani water in here that I'm like spraying all over my face and going to town. I don't find this makes the makeup last longer. I don't find it even makes me that dewy. Like I literally might as well just take some Dasani water and just be like psh, in my face. And I literally think I would have the same effect. It does feel refreshing, so that's one plus, but I just think that, I don't know, like am I missing something? Let's move into eyes and then we'll come back to face because I feel like I'm just doing all my face stuff. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. I have the Too Faced Original Chocolate Bar palette, which I love. I also have the Semi-Sweet palette, which I also love. Although these swatch really, really beautifully, I personally find when I start applying these on my eyes, these shadows just kind of blend away and buff away and turn like really dirty. They don't stay super pigmented. They kind of have like a dull filtered look when they go on my eyes. So I wish they applied as if how they swatch, because when I swatch it, I'm like, it's pretty. But every time I use it, I'm just like, underwhelmed. Another eyeshadow palette that is also nice, I think the quality is there, but I just never reached for it, so I think it was overhyped in my opinion, is this Kat Von D Shade Light eyeshadow palette. I just think if you're a makeup collector or someone who has a lot of eyeshadows, chances are you have every single one of these matte colors somewhere else in another palette and you won't grab for this. Maybe this is just like a wake-up call and it's like, Amy, you have way too much makeup. What the hell are you doing with yourself? I mean, it's pigmented. I don't know why I don't use it. But literally, you can see it looks like a virgin. Touch for the very first time. This product I am so mad about, like honestly. This is the Marc Jacobs Highliner Gel Crayon. Everyone and their mother raved about this and everyone said you need this because it will stay on your waterline and it's so pigmented. So when I went to the Sephora, I was like, okay, it's $30. Like, it's a little expensive for an eyeliner. I mean, when I first got this and started using it, I was like, oh, this is like pretty nice. However, I barely used it 3 times and then I started putting it on my waterline and this would not transfer. It says it's a gel eyeliner and it just dried out immediately, basically after 2 uses. For $6, the Colourpop gel eyeliners are also gel eyeliners. They last even better in my waterline and they are just as pigmented, if not more. So I just think that for $30, the packaging's cute, but nah, Marc Jacobs, nah, brah. I'm like, why the hell are you gonna try out on me though so quick? Can we last for like at least a month? Damn. Let's take it to an eyebrow product. This is the BECCA Shadow and Light Brow and Contour Mousse. They came out with these this year. It's BECCA's version of Anastasia Dip Brow. It is pigmented, but it's very like wet and silky. And so when this goes on your eyes, it never really sets in your eyebrow. You guys know that I did not win the genetic lottery and like I literally have no tail of my brow. Like, it just up and left me one day and never came back. If I really want to build up the outer tail of my brow, it's really difficult to do it with this product because when I brush it on, I kind of do a stroke and then my next brush stroke removes the product that I just put on, if that makes sense. And then even if I can figure it out and get my brows to be filled in decently, I just find that this does not last at all. This fades like a mother, and it also just transfers, and if I touch my face, like it's a wrap, game over. I'm getting hot, these lights, whew. This must mean like I'm burning maybe because I'm like bitching. Is that what it means? Anyway, this is the Anastasia Contour Kit Powder Contours that I made myself. Disregard this top row because I think the top row is fine. This was like my first foray into contouring and I did a review on this and I was like, oh my god, it's everything. But honey, what was I thinking choosing these warm ass contour colors? Like, who told me? Did I have no friends that could have been like, girl, this red ass brown, you cannot contour with this? So I thought I was hot and everything, but really it just was not working for me. I also find these powders a little bit dry. They are a little bit difficult to blend sometimes if you want to layer them over foundation. Obviously, you have to do a lot, and I mean a lot of blending. And I'm not afraid of a little hard work of blending. But I just don't think A, warm tones are sexy on your contour because cool tones create a shadow. And B, I feel like there's just better on the market. Next, we gotta talk about Glam Glow face masks. These were like when I first started getting into skincare and everyone was talking about them. And I mean, hello, like how freaking cute do these look? They're clay masks. This one is the Power Mud Dual Cleanse Treatment. I really thought that this was the best exfoliator. I thought I was exfoliating my skin hands down when I first started using this. But give me a Peter Thomas Roth exfoliator or an Amore Pacific exfoliator any day. Once you use that, you will be like, oh man, this was just like a weak exfoliation. Like this was like maybe like the top layer exfoliation of the skin. Like it maybe took out like 10% of the impurities. When I use other masks that are even less expensive than this, it is like a full-blown like, oh hey, toxins coming out of my body. Like, so this just for the price, meh. Moving on to lip products now. The first ones that I pretty much threw out all except a few because the colors are too pretty are MAC lip glosses. Do you like the feeling of like super glue and stickiness and your lips like sticking together and pulling apart like a clamshell? If you like that feeling, you might like MAC lip glosses because that is what I find. I find them really pretty sticky. I also think that the Anastasia liquid lipsticks, I know because I still buy these and I still like some of them, but they're very hit and miss and for the most part overhyped. I think that the newer ones she comes out with, they keep getting better and better. The older colors that she has, specifically Pure Hollywood, Lovely, Karina, and Sweet Talker, Lord have mercy. These are the driest things. Like they make my lips dry like an Egyptian papyrus. Like it just sucks any moisture out of my lips and they start cracking and flaking off like in chunks. One thing I will say about all Anastasia lipsticks, even though the newer ones aren't as drying and they don't flake off my lips, they do just wear off like the middle of my lips and give me butthole lips really quickly in about 30 minutes. And I'm like, oh. And they're not that easy to touch up. So yeah guys, now that I've had a good old bitch, those are the products that I think are overrated. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and give it a thumbs up if you would like me to see me do the best luxury products that are worth your money. And let me know in the comments below what your overrated products are because I think it's so fun to hear everyone's perspective because we're all different. We all have different likes and dislikes. And if you've tried any of these products and what your thoughts on them are too. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys!